Most cat feeders just dump food on a timer and hope for the best. Mine actually knows if my cat ate. So I've got 2 cats, and like a lot of cat owners, I travel for work sometimes or just have a busy day, and I need to know they've been fed. I tried a few of those automatic feeders you can buy off the shelf, and look, they're fine. They do the job, sort of. You set a timer, they drop some biscuits, done. But here's what bothered me. How do I actually know my cat ate? So I started thinking, what if the feeder actually knew whether the cat had eaten? What if it could weigh the bowl before and after, detect whether the cat was even there, and give you real confirmation that the feed cycle actually worked? That's what I built, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Here is our cat feeder. Over here we have the scales. It contains a 1 kilogram load cell to check if the bowl needs more feed and measure how much has been dispensed in a day. We also have our ultrasonic sensor used to detect cats, so we don't dump food on them while eating. These sensors are great at detecting objects straight in front of them and ideal for this application. We aren't going to go over the feeder itself today. I covered that in another video. Make sure you check that out after this. Today we are going over the brains in this box. There are quite a few things to consider in this project, as you will soon see. For now, everything is connected with headers, while we perfect the behavior. First up is our power MOSFET to drive the motor. We can't connect the motor directly to the controller, otherwise you will cook the controller. You could use a relay, but I have opted for a MOSFET as I might want variable motor speed. Next up is the RTC, or real-time clock. This is a clock module that keeps the time even when power is removed. We don't want the feeder running during the night, so we can set a feeding window within which we can measure how much feed gets dispensed per day. Then we have the brains of the operation with the Pi Pico. With so many modules, we need a lot of I/O. The Pico is small and has 26 I/O pins, so we can add more features later if required. It also has Wi-Fi, so if we want to data log to a web server later, that will be easy enough. Other than that, we have a buzzer to give us some audio feedback, a small LCD screen, and an encoder dial to control the menu. Having a quick look at the UI. At the top, we have the time set in the RTC, so the feeder is also a clock. Next down, we have the current weight. It's empty at the moment. In the brackets, the target weight. If I push down on the scales, you can see the weight moves pretty freely. The next one down is the amount of feed put out today. Then we have the timer when it will check the weight next. I have this at about 10 minutes, I think. You might want to set it to twice a day, maybe. Next, we have the feed window, as I mentioned earlier. Our sensor for detecting the cat. If I put my hand in front of the sensor, you can see the output. Finally, we have the state, either idle, checking, feeding, or error. To set these settings, we have a cat head mounted on an encoder. I was going to use a joystick, but for half the I/O I get pretty much the same functionality. Pushing down on the cat reveals our settings menu. Here we can set the check interval in minutes. I currently have it set to 10, and we can simply turn the dial to change it. Next is the target weight. Rather than setting this manually, you fill the food bowl to the level you want it replenished to, and then save it. It rounds the weight to the nearest 10 grams and stores it in memory. Next up is the ultrasonic sensor. Here we place an object close to where the cat's head would normally be and save that position. The max motor time is basically a fail-safe. If the scales were to fail, we don't want the machine feeding forever. So once it reaches this time limit, it will error out. For the feeding window, this is simply the start and finish time, during which you want the unit to dispense food. Setting the clock is pretty straightforward. Tearing the scale isn't really necessary because it automatically tears on boot, but it's nice to have the option. You can also reset the feed total if you want. And finally, we can get an overview of all the settings. So how does all of this tie together? This flow diagram shows the MVP in action. When the machine is idle, it first checks whether the timer has expired. If it has, it then checks whether it's currently within the feeding window, whether a cat is present, and whether the bowl weight is below the target. Once all of those checks have been made, the machine will either feed for 3 seconds or return to idle. After feeding for 3 seconds, it checks the weight again. Initially, I tried dispensing food and weighing at the same time, but the electrical noise and current draw from the motor really upset the scales, which led to a lot of overfeeding incidents. So far, this feed check approach has been a simple and reliable solution. If the motor runs for too long, the system assumes something has gone wrong, enters an error state, and requires a reboot to recover. How would you improve this flow, or what features would you add? Let me know in the comments. Aside from that, I created this helical silo so we can load the biscuits up without all the weight bearing on the auger. Here is one of the cats feeding while prototyping. As you can see, we definitely don't want to feed while a cat is present. If you have made it this far, you should totally subscribe. Thanks for watching.